Diva, and welcome to my what has become my evening ritual with you guys, cooking high protein meals either for that dinner or for the next day. And so tonight we're doing tuna tartare. Now, I'm a little late because I had a little accident in my kitchen. So while I'm working this, I'm also kind of cleaning up that accident. But I am starving and I want something quick, and this is supposed to be quick. However, I'm going to be trying a couple of things to make this even more high protein. I've never tried it like this before, so I'm hoping it comes out okay. But if you've ever had tuna tartare, I think it will be fine. Now, what I'm doing, let's see. As I said, I had a little accident in my right here before, so I don't know if I'm going to even be able to use my tuna because it's frozen still. So I think I'm going to end up making this salmon tartare, which, whatever, it could be used with any type of fish that you have, like tuna or salmon. Um, and we're gonna just go with the flow on this, okay? Hey, friend, hello. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for jumping in. Although the name of the live is saying tuna tartare, as I said, I had a little accident just now, and the tuna is not looking tunaing. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this because I don't want to waste it. It was a very expensive piece of fish, so I might actually have to probably grill this or something like that. But your girl always have a backup. So we're gonna be doing salmon. I think it's gonna taste exactly the same, honestly. Really, it's just a matter of preference. But right before I started the live, the bag that had the fish and I had just bought a new bottle of soy sauce fell, and everything went into the different pieces. So I'm just dealing with that right now. But I'm glad you're here, ready for dinner. Let's cook, let's talk, let's chat, let's talk high protein, because that seems to be the name of the game for me. Hope everyone is having a beautiful weekend and that you're ready to jump in and learn about doing a quick meal that you can have that's luxury, it looks gourmet, and people are going to think that you spend a lot of money on it. And normally, when we go out, we spend a lot of money on this. So expect that this is going to be one like that. Okay. So, as I mentioned, if you're just joining in, yes, the name of the live said tuna tartare, and that's what I was planning on making because I've been fiending for some tuna tartare lately. And right as I started to go live, the bag of groceries fell. In the grocery bag had my soy sauce, and it just kind of went all over. I tried to put it in some water, but that's not working. So we're going to do salmon, okay? And I'm so excited about this because I love salmon. I love tuna. I'm making this for me because no one in my family eats raw fish. So this is my dinner and my dinner alone, which is fine. I'm excited because I'm about to bust out my knife that I got from Japan that I have yet to open. So y'all are gonna do this unboxing with me. When I went to Japan, one of the things I wanted so badly was to get a knife in Japan. And baby, came through. So we're gonna do it. This is the type of meal that I think is worthy of pulling out the Japanese knife. Now, this is a Miyabi 7000D, and it's the Santoku, which is normally like your general knife, to be honest with you. I am not a knife connoisseur in any way, but a good knife will make your meals. You're just gonna feel like you're in a five-star restaurant. You get your chef's knife and you're cooking it up. And so, as I said, I got it in Japan and never opened it. So we're gonna do this meal together and try and see like how is it handling? What's the deal with this? I paid $200 for this knife in Japan. I think that's how much I did. Yeah, so it was 19,360 yen. So I think that was about 200 bucks. But I've always wanted to get one. And when I went to Japan this time, I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting one. And so I was so excited. And so I got this in, where was I? I think I was in Tokyo. I just went to like the kitchen town. in Japan. I can't remember the name of it, but if somebody have um, knows much about Japan. So here's the unboxing live while we're about to cook up our now salmon to tartare because ish happens, okay? Hello, Damien. So boom. Yeah, treat myself, right, friend? It was a treat. It was my birthday when I went to Japan, so it was one of my treats. So here it is. I'm doing it live. Ooh, put that there. It definitely doesn't feel heavy. You know, it feels like shh, shh. It feels really nice. Um, and then this is a care packet that is all in, no, it's in Japanese and English. So that's nice. I did buy when I went, which we have started using already, because I was told like it's all in the knife sharpener. So I had the knife sharpener. This wasn't too expensive. I think this was like $20. So I got the knife sharpener. And then, of course, this is the Miyabi. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Miyabi series. So we're going to cut and work with this tonight. And I'm so excited. Yes, I am very excited about things like this because I do love cooking. I love cooking. And so it only stands that one must have a good knife in the kitchen. Doesn't mean that that's the only thing you need to do a good meal. I'm going to keep the box because I think the box is so luxe. This black, ooh, girl. So I'm going to keep the box, put that over in the side. But you didn't come here to watch me unbox, right? You came here to see what's cooking tonight. And we're talking still high protein. It's always going to be high protein. So tonight we're making a tuna tartare. It was supposed to be tuna tartare, sorry. I'm just going to rinse the knife, you know, give it that first fresh rinse. It was supposed to be tuna tartare, and right before I started, my groceries fell, and the soy sauce that was in it fell on all the meat and stuff. So I did have salmon, and so we're going to do salmon tartare tonight. Okay? Have you had salmon tartare before? It's going to be a little different because I'm going to try to mix it up. I always try to, you know, do different things. Ooh, girl. The way this knife just slit this package. Ooh, okay. I may never be able to go back to a different knife after this. Okay. So I have a piece of salmon here. I'm definitely going to need to get that skin off because for tuna tartare, you're not cooking it at all. We're eating it raw, right? Like it's the raw fish there. So before I rinse this fish, I am going to see, let me see if I have a fillet knife. I don't think my fillet knife is sharp. And not seeing it because the way people don't put things back in this house. Okay. All right. Let me not blame them for everything. I found it. But I might need to sharpen this. And so the sharpener is just quick 1-2 on these things here. And this fillet is like literally to fillet fish. It's a fillet. That's what it's called. And you're normally going to get this anyway if you have a set of knives. Most people don't use this ever. But I do. Okay. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try to get, let me see. And you kind of have to get as close. You see how that is working out? Like it's all the way just cutting, not too much of the meat. You don't want to waste your fish. And you're trying to pick up and grab. This is going to take like forever. But let's see if I can. I'm just trying to get the skin off so I can cut and get just the meat. Whatever I did here was right. And then but I feel like it's supposed to go through and I not like chop it, you know, but it's working. But you just have to have probably patience. And that's the thing with cooking. I have none. That's why I don't like baking. because I just like, come on, I did all this work and now you tell me sit for 6 hours, do this for 20 minutes, turn this, just hurry up and give me my food, please, and thank you. What I might do is, let me cut this. Yeah, but you see how maybe I'm gonna try this knife with it because you see how that went through like butter. Just pull it off. I can't, like, it feels like I don't want to rip the meat, but I'm gonna try ma- what is the name of this thing called? The Miyabi. Let me see if this will do it better. Oh, look, Miyabi is doing it for us. Miyabi said, hold my beer. Let me show you how to do this. Obviously, when you buy the tuna, you don't have to worry about this, And that's why I normally make tuna tartare because I don't like doing this and I didn't plan on using it this way. I was going to bake this fish. So I didn't even worry. Like I didn't go to the fisherman and say, "Hey, can you take the skin off for me?" And so now I'm stuck. Although I think this knife is doing a good job, but you see, I don't want it to break up because I need there we go. This is all home cooking, okay? Home cooking, you learn and you grow. So if somebody out there has a better way of doing this, just let me know. Okay, there we go. But I want all of these pieces off because I want it to look pretty as well when I do my cut it up. There we go. I know that's going to be seasoned, John. It is gonna be seasoned, but this is tuna tartare, so I'm gonna try to stick close. Man, I cut myself already with the knife. This knife, I mean, it tapped me. It literally tapped me, and it nicked me in doing that. Like the Yamayabi said, be careful. So I'm definitely not going to keep this out because I don't want my kids using this knife and being idle with it. Okay. So here we are. This is one piece. As I said, I'm the only one eating this. So I think I'm going to do the whole thing because I'm not going to make it waste. And it's something I can have. What I might do is have some tonight and then tomorrow if there's any left over. But I don't think there's any going to be left over because I go down on this. This is, okay, this is better. I'm getting better. You see, it's just a matter of practice. Now I need to figure out how to get bigger chunks off instead of just this little piece that ripping it off is not working because, it's the skin. So I'm just going to go like that. There we go. But I can't believe it nicked me already and I've been using it for like 20 seconds. Got to pay attention for this. This is not one that you would just be doing the most. So I'm not looking at comments right now because I really don't want to chop off a finger live because that will not be, I am not monetized and that is definitely what I don't want on my channel. Talking about my channel, if you have not started following me, I would love the follow, mostly because you get that notification when I do go live. And so if you are following, that's the people who know like when to show up. And today I was live already. I was at the thrift store and was filming for my next video that's dropping either tomorrow or Monday, how I thrift my outfits, my thrifted gym wear. Because a lot of people have been asking, like, hey, so you're going to the gym. Are you buying, like, where are you buying your fits? Because they see me posting on Instagram. And I'm like, girl, I am thrifting my fits. Okay. So we good. What do you think? I think we're good. What kind? This is salmon. No, I am doing a tuna tartare, so I have to take the skin off because not eating that skin. I mean, I'm already eating it raw, so I got to take the skin off. All right, so I'm gonna just rinse this really quickly, and then we will start prepping. The good thing about these things, it is so easy. But I'm gonna try to do something different tonight And you guys are going to watch me do this because I've never done it before this way. And so I want to see. I'm going to push this back a little bit so you can see and talk to me. Yeah. Turn it upside down, skin on board, and you run in. Anita, I tried that just now, and it started like, I know I just don't have a good fillet fish, a fillet knife, because it started kind of ripping, and I felt like I was using a saw instead of it just going like that beautiful slide. But are you saying that I could have done that with this as well? The mayabi? Okay, put it in hot water and it will come off more easily. But then when it start cooking a little bit, like would I still have that, would it start cooking if I'm doing hot water? Because I feel like when I bake it, of course, it just picks up. So I think the heat is definitely. All right, I wanted to make sure you could see what I'm doing as well. There we go. All right. All right, so I'm going to try to make this even more high protein because why not? And so it might be a little different than what you get in your restaurants, but let's go with this. Let's see if this is something that we should ever do again. Or you could be like, girl, don't ever, 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 ever do that again. All right. Never put fish in hot water. Okay. I guess somebody is saying don't do that. All right. So I have the fish. I've taken off the skin on both sides. And I'm just going to cut it up, bite-sized pieces. And we're going to go against the grain. Okay, so you see how the grain is going this way. I'm going to cut against it. All right. This knife should be like butter. It should come through like butter now because we're talking about, I just unboxed the Miyabi, a knife that I picked up in Japan. It's the Miyabi 7000D made in Japan. And I want small pieces because I'm going to add avocados with this too. So I'm going to go small on this. And I think I might even go small. Well, we'll see when I cut it down to strips. Okay. It is cutting through like butter though. I could tell you that much. Like, okay. And the first couple of times you're just like, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? But look at that. Ooh. Yes. And so salmon, we all know, has a high amount of protein in this. So this is going to be an literally all protein dinner tonight. Well, not really all, because I'm going to throw some things in here that you're going to be like, oh, wait, what? But this is an all protein dinner. And then I'm going to just cut these up in small pieces. All right, I'm doing one strip just to see if I like how that's coming out. And I just want them to be all uniform, okay? This is my gourmet dinner to myself. I could go out and get this, or I can make it exactly how I like it. Let me get a bowl that it's gonna go in. You want a deep bowl for this one. Let's see. And then we're gonna, of course, we're gonna be plating this nicely. Like we're gonna act like we're in a restaurant getting our, the chef is in the back there knowing that we are only doing high proteins this month. And so you go in and you say, hey, can you make sure the chef know that I'm working on a high protein diet and add more proteins in it. Oh, look at that. And so I'm just going to cut these up. No one in my family eats raw fish except me. So this is just going to be for me tonight, which is sometimes, you treat yourself. And it doesn't always mean that you have to go out and drop a lot of money. So this is my treat to myself tonight. And I might have a glass of wine with this because why not? I've been really good. I got up and worked out today because I missed one of the days at the gym this week because of a work commitment. And I could have said, you know what, I'll start back on Monday. 4 days is good. But no, I said, no, Ayana, you committed to 5 days, then you do 5 days. So I think I've earned my glass of wine and my high protein, dinner. You go to get this out, it's so expensive to get, well, tuna tartare, but anything of salmon or any of those dishes is always going to be so expensive. Not sure why. I'm going to cut this in the middle so that we can make this a little faster. And there we go. And this knife is just, I swear it's slicing like butter. And it already nicked me. So I'm trying to be even, more careful because it is, as knife said, I'm here to do a job, ma'am. I'm not here to mess around. And so I respect that. I respect all my $200 on a knife. So I'm glad that it's working exactly how it's supposed to work. All right. What's the most you would pay for a knife? Cutting fish on a, yes, traveling to, like, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am killing. Tell me, why can't I cut fish on a board, a wooden board? Can you explain to me? Is there something going to happen with the fish? Is there something going to happen with the board? I'm here to learn, but I've always cut everything, to be honest: vegetables, meat, pork, cheese, fruit on a board. So if you could explain, love salmon and tuna poke. I know, like, that's what I feel like I'm making. Like, forget tuna tartare. Like, it's just a poke bowl. Those are the best, the absolute best. They're so expensive though. I had one last week and I was like, damn, why is it $20 for a bowl? I mean, I added some other things in it, but geez, like, why? Why are we doing 20? Why are we there? Why are we at that point where we're paying $20 for fish? Like, in the Caribbean, like, you go down to the, what we call the wharf, the fishermen come in and you just buy it right there from him, you know? And it's so cheap. It's cheaper than actually getting it, like getting chicken, you know? All right. Did he tell me why I should not be doing it on the board? Next time, pour hot water on the side with the skin. You will have no problem to take the skin. Difficult to remove the smell of fish. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I really have never had that problem. And we cook fish. My husband cooks fish like, I don't know, a lot in the house, like 2 or 3 times a week. And I've never had a problem getting the fish smell off, but I could see that. All right, you see this white thing down here? I don't want that because we're trying to look, it's a look we're going for in here. The fish got to come with a look too. So I am almost done. And I think this will be the harder part. The hardest part was cutting this fish off. Did you walk Zena yet? Okay. And the hardest part will probably be cutting this up. And I'm taking my time because the knife done nicked me already. And I'm not playing around. I do not want to cut off a finger live on YouTube. Um, it just it just is not going to be the thing tonight for me. So I'm just taking my time. I have nowhere to go. And if you have somewhere to go, I hope that you could come back and see how this turns out. But for now, your girl is going to take her time. I'm sorry if I'm too slow. This is a live video, so I can't fast forward. So, I'm sorry. But I got nicked and I'm already scared. Okay. All right. I'm not going to take this piece because I don't want that white thing in there. It looks like cartilage. All right. This is considered scraps now. I'm going to give it to the dog. Okay. All right. So what we did is cut up tuna. It's supposed to be not. I keep saying tuna, but this is salmon. I lost the tuna. The tuna lot was lost at the beginning of the show. So blessed. But this is what we're working with, and it's tuna tartare. I'm gonna do the same thing I was gonna do with the tuna. It's just gonna be salmon. So if you keep hearing me say tuna tartare, just know, like the brain is, it was fixated on having tuna. It's all good. If you have salmon, go for it. Okay, so I've cut that up. They had piece of skin on it. I removed it, and we go in there. Okay, tuna, salmon, high protein, right? We're looking at like 23, 24 grams of protein alone. So I don't even need to add much to get to my 30, 40 grams that I've been consistently having. By the way, let's just stop a second. Can y'all see the work in progress? Can y'all see the, listen, when I thrifted this dress, like maybe a month and a half ago, I tried it on, and that's when I knew. I was like, get your behind to the gym quickly. But I love the dress. It's gorgeous. I tried it on and I was like, I'm going to work on it. I could see right here needs the work, but can y'all? Okay, break. That's all that I'm telling you. That's the protein. That's the protein. That's the protein. Look at the arms. Look at the arms coming through. Look at the arms and the definition. It's coming through. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this because it's working. It's working. So excited. All right, let's get back to this cooking. Jerry, thank you. Pacific salmon or Atlantic? This one is Atlantic. Well, let me see. I don't want to lie to you, Jerry. I don't want to lie to you. I think this was Atlantic. It's Atlantic. Atlantic salmon is what I'm using. I don't know what the difference is, but this is what I'm using. All right, so now we're going to cut up some stuff. Well, let me make my sauce. Let me make the sauce first. Okay, so here's what you're going to need. A bowl. You need some soy sauce. I'm going to use some sesame oil. I'm going to use some chili garlic. I got this in Japan too. Y'all, I probably will move to Japan at some point in life. Like, I've talked to my husband and said, babe, I think I really, 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 really want to live in Japan. So I may do that after I retire. Because everything about that place, I love. Everything. Okay. I have lost so I started this really hardcore July 8th. I remember the day. It was my first workout, my first meal, high protein meal, everything. And I've lost 7 pounds so far. Can I get a whoop whoop? So 7 pounds down. And I feel amazing. Miss MI Band, I am not a chef in any way. I'm an attorney in the military. But I love cooking. Food is definitely my spirit animal, or whatever they will call it. But that's what I love. Okay, so we're gonna do salmon. I have some sesame oil. You want a lemon, and I'm going to zest it. So I need my zester. We're getting real fancy tonight. Look, we're getting real fancy. Look at the little thing I have in here too. You'll see it come through. We're getting fancy. It's Saturday. I'm not doing anything. We're getting fancy. You're gonna need an avocado, but I'm not gonna cut that yet. This will be probably last. But let's make our sauce for the salmon. And the one thing I'm gonna add, this is different. I've never seen this added. I'm gonna do yogurt. Now, hear me out on this. Come. Most people do mayonnaise. Like, you go get a poke bowl. There's like a mayonnaise base for like the yuzu sauce. Not the yuzu. I forgot the one, the spicy mayo sauce. And it's mayonnaise. And I've been doing anything that has mayo, I feel like you can substitute with yogurt. So I'm about to top up with my protein. Salmon has the protein and now the yogurt. What do you think? Am I taking this too far? Am I taking this like, you're like, nah, girl, stick with what we know. Let's see. She forgot to watch from hands before going on. I watched it. You just don't see everything off. Try the Pacific King. You're beautiful. You don't need to lose. Latoya, You're a girl's girl, aren't you? You're a girl's girl. Okay. So I watched the fish before I started cutting it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to use yogurt. As I said, if you see me off, that's because there are other things happening on the other side, and I just started YouTube very recently, so I don't know how to do all the movements with the camera and stuff like that. So my sink is right next to everything here. So if you see me move to the side, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let me get a spoon, and we're gonna start this process. As I said, I've never tried this before. Oh, okay. Mm. Ooh, Marlboro King salmon. Okay, all right. I've never even heard of that. Barbados, welcome. You know, your Trini is on. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see. I don't want it to be too much, right? But I think I'm going to do a spoon. I mean, this is a big, really big bowl. I probably didn't even need this big of a bowl, but let's see. Um, we'll do it. As I said, I am mixing as I go. And I think this is how chefs do it, right? I think they just try things like, let's just try it. What's the worst that's going to happen? We just don't eat it, or, you don't do it again. So this is chili garlic that as I said, I got in Japan. Now the garlic in that one is very, very it is very thick, and I'm checking to see if I had a thinner chili garlic in the fridge, but I don't. So we're gonna go with what we have. Once again, what's the worst that's happened? You think that yogurt is a good idea? Thank you. Now you're assembling everything on. Listen, traveling. Let- Traveling. What's the problem? Is it fish you don't like? Assembly? What do you want me to do traveling? I'm sorry. I am obviously getting to you on this fish situation. But it is what it is. I'm in my house. I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to do what I got to do. Wish you would use one of those hue. Not I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry. Okay. So what I did is added the chili garlic in here. It is very chilly. It's hot. So if you don't want to do that, I could understand why you say like, nah, I'm good. Okay. I'm just gonna put this on the side. And then I am just mixing as I feel like, okay, this looks good. This will be fine. This is a brewed soy sauce, 50% less sodium, if you can get that one. I had bought the other soy sauce, and that's the one that broke right before I came onto the scene for this show. And so that sucks. And then there's some pure sesame oil, not a lot, Ayana, and then pours in a lot. And then I need a little. Why didn't I get a fork when I do that? All right. And then I'm just mixing. Obviously, I did not need this bigger bowl. I don't know what I was doing. And you want to kind of make sure that you get it to smooth, creamy consistency, and so that it's not pulpy with the yogurt. Okay. And so that's the look that's going to come through right there. Ooh, okay. What am I missing? I'm missing some, let's get some some zest from the ginger. I'm just going to put it right in there. I love fish. Hi from Trinidad. Oh, Alicia. I'm from Trini. I'm not in Trinidad right now, but I am from Trinidad as well. And I feel like that's a lot of zest. The one thing I am absolutely annoyed with myself about, I forgot the ginger. And soy sauce and ginger is like a match made in heaven. You've heard me say like garlic and onions are a match made in heaven. Soy sauce and ginger is a match made in heaven. All right, I'm gonna make this a little darker. So I'm gonna add more of the soy sauce. Obviously the creamy whitish look is from our yogurt. So, ooh, cover this so that it doesn't spill. And this looks like a lot for what I have. I did not need this big a bowl. I don't know what I was thinking. And now I haven't put any salt or pepper yet, but just wait. We're going to get there, okay? All right. All right. So I'm going to taste it. It's still missing some heat. So I'm going to add some more chili oil. Okay. Obviously, that heat is up to you because I want the heat because I'm going to be using avocado, which will kind of stop the heat almost. So I want to make sure I can taste that heat. Maybe put a little too much, but let's get that in there. And I do want some more. I'm going to do a little bit of zest, a little more to give it some punch. All of this is tasting. It's taste it to your desire. You're not selling this on the street. You're not selling this at a restaurant. So it shouldn't matter, you know, if you're doing it to your tasting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yes. Okay. Sauce done. Okay. And so this is going to go in at one point, but I'm not going to mix it just yet. So I'm just going to put this to the side for now. Okay. Now it's time for our avocado. And before I do that, I will wash the board so that, you know, now we don't have the fish necessary. I mean, it's going to be all mixed up, but I will wash it. Actually, I'm just going to use a new board. And so this goes in the sink. And here we go. All right. So this is a new board. Let me just rinse out the knife because now I'm in the mood for this knife. Like this knife is all $200 I paid for it. It's definitely, I could see now what the big difference is in the ones I have in my house and what I've been using all these years. Clean up a little bit so that I don't have a lot of stuff going on after I finish the live. And before I started, I tried to do this new cut, and I really want to show you guys. And I think this knife is going to be exactly what I need for it. As I mentioned, if you just joined me, I unboxed at the beginning of the live this new knife that I got from Japan when I was visiting. And it's a Miyabi. Beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. But here we go. Traveling to, yes, a clean board. I know, you're excited. Okay, so here we go. We are going to cut up. Where is it? We have these are some green onions, okay? I think I'm just going to take out 2 pieces. I'm going to rinse these real quick. I'm just going to cut that. Ooh, this knife is like, be careful. As I said, I'm going to probably put it away so the kids don't use this one. Not yet, because I'm afraid that somebody is going to, you know, just do what they want to do with it. Okay. All right. So I've just rinsed these. I hate having all the extra liquid, like, you know, when you rinse stuff, because I feel like that impacts how the food is. So normally when I come from the supermarket, if I'm not cooking right away, I will rinse and then put them away with like a a paper towel so that all, you know. So here we go. So I'm gonna be fancy. I'm going to be fancy. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna cut these like that, like about half, and we're just doing the green. And you see how it's open like that? I'm just gonna cut inside, down. See how that is? And then I cut it like that, and then I layer them on top of each other. So just do that for the others. You don't need that many. And then you just like pile them up like this, okay? Instead of cutting them, the usual way, where we just kind of chop, 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 I'm going to be fancy. I'm going to bring this all the way in like that. And then last piece. Okay. And so you just like lay them on top of each other because now you're going to be able to slice them down like that. And then, and having a good knife definitely helps so that you get those skinny stalks basically. I've been debating if I should take like a knife class or just kind of watch YouTube and learn, YouTube University, how most people do a lot of things. Okay. And it's just like these thin, almost like thin stalks. Okay. Okay. So I think that's enough. And then the rest that you have, you could cut them the regular way. And that's actually for my garnish and stuff like that. Okay. And so this, I'm going to put in the salmon. Okay. So 2 sections. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. Then I'm going to cut up a little bit of Wallace. I am preparing a salmon tartare. It was supposed to be tuna, and that's what the name of this live started with, but stuff happened at the beginning, so had to change up the fish so that I could do it. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to start cutting a little bit of this thin, not too much. So I'm just going to cut off that. I swear this knife is making my life so much easier. Like before, I would never be able to come down so close to exactly what I'm looking at to cut it. And it's just, I mean, it's going through. Look at how it's going through the onion. Like literally like butter. Now I understand what they say when they talk about having these things. Your knife is so important in quickly. It's not that it's going to make you cook better. It'll just make you cook faster. Okay. Not too much, but I like it, because everything is raw. I don't want to be eating down into a thick piece of onion that's raw, if you know what I mean. This is obviously if you don't eat onions, or my husband doesn't like red onions like that, either you put very little or you don't put it at all. Okay, there we go. And then let's hope this is ripe because it's still a little hard for me. I went to see if I could get another one, but no, sir. All right, last bowl that we're going to use. So I have a bowl here. And let's see if this is going to be too hard. Nope, looks like it might actually be just right. Damn. I missed that by a lot. But it looks like it's gonna be a good uh mm, nice, very nice. Okay. And so we're gonna cut up some avocados. Good, healthy fat, right? Like I don't need to do anything else with this. I don't have to eat it with chips. I'm going to feel full. I'm going to feel like I paid a lot of money for this. And it's just going to be something that I made in my house. So I love that. Every time I see them do this on thing where they tap the seed and then twist it, it comes out. I could never do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but now I feel like I'm just manhandling this thing. Okay. All right. So maybe because it's still like not like super ripe. Is that the reason that it doesn't want to come off like nice and just pop out in my hand? I agree with you. A knife that's sharp should be kept out of reach of children. Yeah. No, this one I'm gonna put it back in the box, like clean it and put it back in the box because it's my son especially will use this and I will hear the screams. Okay. Small, small, small. Most of this meal is just cutting stuff up. We don't turn on one pot and it's just like literally cutting things up. So this avocado is probably like 2 days from really needing 2 more days, but I'm greedy and I'm gonna eat it anyway because I want it like that. So just make sure your avocado is ripe, which is annoying because every time you go to the supermarket, like you have to know that you can't just buy it and be going home to eat it that day. You have to go home and know that you have to wait a couple of days for it. This one, he was like, "This needs another week," and I'm like, "Dude, I want to eat now. Like, if I was coming in a week, I mean, I was like, I don't want to have an avocado and then have to, and that's the thing, I don't remember it. It's annoying. It is annoying. So, but this is mostly what you're going to do. Oh, my phone's about to die. Let me make sure I put on my battery. If you don't hear me that well, that's why I have to change out. Oh, glad I saw that in time. Okay. All right, I'm still here. Problem is, my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna just speak up louder because this is not necessarily attached anymore. So let me know if you're having problems hearing me. I'm pretty close to the phone, but. All right, there we go. Oh, I have one more piece. You could put the onions in there as well. Sorry. Onions in the same bowl. You could also go ahead and put not the fancy cuts, but the non-fancy cut spring onions. Ah, shoot, that was supposed to go in the salmon. Oh, it's all good. All right, I'm gonna cut this. Actually, I cut lemon, but I like lime better when I deal with my avocado. So we're gonna mix up. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. I don't care if I'm not using. I have lemon zest and then I have lime in my avocado because I just feel like it goes better. So we're gonna do lime. I'm gonna get some lime going in here. Need some salt and pepper. And so we're gonna do it like that. Thank you, Barbara. The dress is thrifted. Thrifted, Goodwill, $6.99. And I was saying earlier that I got this dress, and that's when I realized that, girl, you need to lose some weight, because it was not looking. I was very happy today when I put it on, and I was just like, yes, finally. And I'm seeing all the work, and I'm happy about that. I'm gonna cut this piece too, because as I said, it's supposed to go with it, and I don't want to waste it. So I'm just gonna cut this. So bear with me while I cut it up. My avocado, being super transparent with you guys, is not the greenest. I mean, it's not the ripest. It's not super soft. So it should be interesting to see how it comes out, but you know, just season it. That's my answer for everything. Just season it. I mean, I love green mangoes, so this might actually be my new thing now. Like, hey, I don't want a very ripe avocado, just right before it's supposed to go in. I'm just cutting this last piece up. I'm the only one eating tonight, so no one else is having this yummy meal. I added lime juice, like fresh lime juice in it, because I don't really like how lemon tastes with avocado. I know, it's very weird, but that's how we're doing it. All right, I'm gonna clean some of this stuff up, because now my kitchen is just looking like a house. Okay. Is that an island or tropical? No, I don't know. Like, it's like poke, and I know poke is in Hawaii. That's a big thing. Oh, this smells so good. That's a big thing in you know, like if you go to Hawaii and stuff, poke is a really big thing. It's just fish and whatever other accoutrements you want to put with it. I'm doing mine. I added protein powder. I added some additional protein in the sauce with yogurt instead, because if you've been following me, you know that I am trying to boost every opportunity to get as much protein in me during my meals. And so I'm gonna taste this real quick, sorry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And one thing I'm gonna add, just because I love the kick on things, I'm just gonna add just a dash of this chili oil in here. Because I do like the spiciness. Oh yes. You open this and it smells fantastic. You're just like, what is this? I've been using it like it's a little bit each day. Because what am I gonna do when I run out of it? I mean, it's all in Japanese. I'll have to take a picture and see if Amazon could deliver it. But I paid like $3 for this, so Amazon would probably charge me $23. Okay, we're ready for assembly. Okay, so I'll put this over here. I'm going to move some stuff so that we have a clean area to work with. And then dinner is ready. And that's just how quick it is. Most of it was just cutting up stuff, to be honest. Let's be real. Like, you didn't really do much work. You watch a movie while doing this, turn on Amazon, and it would be too easy. Too easy to do this. And then you go to bed and feel like I had a 5-star meal that I made in my house. And on top of all of that, it is a high protein meal. And you will feel like nobody could talk to you at that point. So I'm just cleaning up, because at the end of this, I want to sit down, get a glass of wine, and be ready to relax for the rest of the evening. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean down a little bit. And I hope when you're cooking, you're cleaning as you go, so that when you're done, you're not like, oh my God, who's gonna take care of this? Oh, you know what I just saw, actually, I saw I have some cilantro here. I'm gonna add, because it's like almost like making guacamole, right? I'm gonna add some cilantro to the avocado. Because why not? It's your meal. Why not? Cilantro is one of my absolute favorite fragrant fresh herbs. And remember, all these things, no calories, no extra calories. No extra calories in getting this stuff in here. So why not make it flavorful? You don't have to just use salt and pepper. You don't have to just use salt and pepper. There's so many things out there. Oh, okay. And so I'm okay with it being a little chunky like this because I have a little trick for it. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me get my plating ready because we're about to do this. All right, so I'm just gonna put my garnish to the side for a second. Move this board out of here. Okay, let me wash this plate. Okay. All right. Okay. Like several months ago, because I decided, whenever I'm in the mood for, if I go to a restaurant and I see something and it's too expensive, I'm not buying it. I'm like, I'm gonna go home and make that. And tuna tartare was one of those things. I go into this restaurant and I was like, I'm not paying $30 for that. It's an appetizer. Like, no. And so I got into that. And because of that, all right, son is calling, probably needs to be picked up. How did I get the recipe? It's a mixture of going on Google, YouTube, and then as you see what I'm doing right now, taste testing. Let me know if you could hear me. Whenever the phone rings, it throws everything off. So hold on one second. Hold that thought. Zoe? Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now? Let me know before I continue if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. My son will probably try to keep calling back because every time the phone rings on a live, for some reason it just cuts the live. And can you call Elijah and let him know I'm alive and I cannot come and pick him up? Thank you. Appreciate you. He wants to go out and then have no ride home. Okay, so it's just a mixture of Google, taste testing, and what you have in your pantry. So as I said before, I wanted to try this new one with yogurt sauce. I didn't know how it was gonna come out until I tried it, and it tastes amazing. So try that one. Okay, we are gonna do our thing. We're getting ready for the final, okay? So I got this thing because I was like, what would my thing to look pretty as well? So I did that. I got that for that specifically to make tuna tartare. And I got it on Amazon. I will put a link to it in the description below. But basically, this is what we're gonna use to make that gorgeous. You know, when you go to the restaurants and they have it like come out and you're like, ooh. So we're gonna do that tonight. Terrence, I'm not sure what question. I'm sorry, I can't read all of them all the time. So I will scroll up. But Terrence, I don't even know where your question is. So if you want to ask it again, Go ahead. I promise it was not on purpose. Okay. Bringing the things back that we're going to add here. So we have our salmon, we have our sauce, and we have this piece here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add the sauce now into the salmon, right? And then I'm gonna use my spoon that still has some chili oil on it, and we're gonna put a little bit in. Okay, you're so much wasting time. Don't talk to. This is kind of my life and how I want to run it. Adoration. Okay, so here's the sauce. I'm not gonna put all of it in at the same time because sometimes a little bit goes a long way. Like I put like 2 tiny spoons in it and it's already coating. Let me move this over so you can see. It's already coating much of the salmon. So I don't want to make it too soupy, if that makes sense, because I like it a little dry. Tell him I'm on the live and I'm not answering his questions until I get off the live. So I'm not answering his questions. So I will just say yes. I will call him in about 10 minutes. I will be done shortly. This is what happens when you have kids. Okay. This is her. Let her do her. Okay. So I'm just pouring just a little more. And even though I thought I had made not enough sauce, look at how much sauce is still left. Okay. But this is all I'm gonna need, and I'm gonna keep the rest of the sauce there in case I need it for more. And that's coated like that, okay? Now, what we're gonna do, because we're gonna be bougie, we're going to, can you check to see if there's any sesame seeds in the,
I don't know, what is that?
Okay, forget it. All right, so what I'm gonna do now to be bougie on this one is we're gonna plate this, and we're gonna hope this works. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna scoop this in the mold, okay? And this is my avocado. I only used 1 avocado, which is fine. Okay, I want to make sure you see it. And then I'm gonna take this guy, and he's gonna, don't press it down too hard, but he's gonna give the mold. Hold the piece here and then press down, okay? And I think I need some more because when I pull it up, it's coming up. So I'm gonna add a little more to it. I don't have that much, but that's okay. It's just, once again, remember, this is just me eating this. And okay, there we go. And so, because nobody in the house likes raw fish. Remember, you can do this with, you can do this also with tuna, which is what it was supposed to be tonight, tuna tartare, but something happened. We're not going to talk about it, but something happened, and so the salmon is coming to the rescue, which is fine. All right, there we go. I'm going to try to do this one more time to make sure I get, like, it doesn't move. Okay, all right, there we go. And then we're gonna put this on here. Oh, mamacita. And so as I'm putting it, I'm like, it could do with a little bit of sauce still. So we'll take care of that after. But what I'm gonna do is clean the sides up, which they do in all restaurants, you know. I'm gonna clean the sides up. And it's nice to have like these nice white plates because I always feel like, for me, it's the simple luxuries in life. white plated dinner for myself. Okay. And then you're gonna get your thing again. You like your fish cooked? Yeah, you know, I'm okay with that. I understand. As I said, nobody in my house likes this, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Before I go down with this piece again, I'm just gonna give a little. Ooh, look at that, look at that. All right, and then I'm just gonna go down. I washed this off so that it didn't have the avocado again on it, because you're coming in with this piece, and we're just gonna, because we just want to mold that look. Okay. All right. There we go. And baby, baby, baby. All right, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. We remember our garnish. I'm gonna get a little bit over there like that. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh, soy sauce. It's garnish. And so we're just gonna. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Okay, let me see. What else? What else are we missing? We're gonna get rid of all these extra stuff. Look at how much I still have left, but that's great. And normally, if you go to a restaurant, sometimes they'll give you chips and stuff with this. We don't need all of that. We do not need all of that. But something is missing on this side, like the artiste in me. The artiste in me is missing something. So I'm just gonna put this like that. It's just some chives. Okay, there we go. This is a dinner, high protein. You will probably pay a lot of money for this if you were to buy it outside, which is why I never bought, because I was like, I'm not paying $30 for appetizer. I'm not. But this is gonna fill me up. It tastes delicious. That avocado at the bottom, that's creamy, the chili sauce for the salmon, and then, just a little bit of garnish on there. And then all you need to do, oh, I forgot. Some of the things that I got from Japan as well. These gorgeous chopsticks. Or here's where we could even make it even more interesting. We can what I could do, because I know some people, they really like their soy sauce, especially for the dipping. I can do this. We can do this, and we can add some more soy of our sauce to the side like that. And there we go. And now we're done. Okay. And you get the chopstick there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you would try this. A beautiful dish, made at home. Oh, my chopstick went in. Made at home. But let me know if this is something that you would try. Now I feel the balance. Now I feel the balance. I was missing this guy. But I got these in Japan, and they were 50 cents. And now I'm regretting that I did not buy more, because they're 50 cents. And they can go on dishes like this so easily. Try this at home. It's healthy for you. It's going to give you that protein. We've added more protein, so I might have popped up at 30 grams of protein with this alone. I'm not going to feel hungry after I eat this. I don't need any additional carbs. I don't need chips. This is all you need. I promise you. All right, so I'm going to have dinner and figure out what my son was calling about. But let me know if you have not subscribed to the channel. Please tell me why. If you haven't given this a thumbs up yet, please explain. But if you're interested in seeing more of these, just definitely let me know in the comments, tag someone or talk, share this video with someone if they're looking to really up their game. I don't believe that we need to eat like piece of chicken and string beans because we are trying to lose weight. I want to have the luxe lifestyle on a budget, and that includes in my food at all times. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you hanging with me. I'm going to check to see if my skin is really, this knife that did its thing. But tomorrow, 6:30 at the same time. And I'm not sure yet what I'm cooking tomorrow, but if you have any things that you think I should be, let me know. First time subscriber, Angela Sanchez, thank you so much. Having fun, enjoying is great. Just send this to my wife, Terrence. I really, really appreciate this. Angela will be here. John, thank you. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. Bye.